Right now, live at 5. Ahead tonight, a jam-packed agenda at Duluth City Council. We break down what you need to know heading into the meeting. Plus, has the Northland passed the COVID surge? We look at the data and hear from health experts. But first, the bridge blocked by hundreds protesting the vaccine mandates in Canada is back open tonight. What that means and the lingering effects of the supply chain that could go on for months.
You're watching Live at 5 on Live Local CBS 3.
Good evening, and thanks for joining us. I'm Kristen Bakke.
And I'm Briggs LaSavage. The busiest border crossing between the U.S. and Canada is open again. Canadian police moved out trucks and demonstrators who had blocked the Ambassador Bridge between Detroit and Ontario.
It was part of a larger protest against COVID-19 restrictions. Chris Van Cleve reports.
This morning, the Ambassador Bridge is back open to traffic and trade after police broke the Canadian border blockade Sunday, arresting dozens of demonstrators and towing vehicles, ending a week of protest over the country's pandemic restrictions. Sunday's police sweep came after a court-issued deadline to clear the road Friday night. Was there a safety concern yesterday? Because it sort of felt like you had a 24-hour staring contest with the protesters.
I certainly wouldn't call it a staring contest, but it was communication and dialogue between the police and the protesters involved.
Sarah Grove says she's been protesting against COVID-19 mandates for a year.
We felt that no matter what we do, these mandates are not going to end. And that's what this is about.
I'm tired of the lockdown too.
Ralph Paul Frack voiced his frustration at the protesters.
I love the protest, but I think it's gotten too long to the point where a lot of people are losing their job.
Traffic is flowing in both directions up on the Ambassador Bridge, and that is welcome news, particularly for the auto industry that has faced disruptions in several states at an estimated cost of around $850 million. Analysts tell us it could take months for the supply chain to catch up. Chris Van Cleve, CBS News, Detroit.
Today, Canada's Prime Minister Justin Trudeau invoked the Emergencies Act, which gives the federal government broad powers to restore order. The Prime Minister said the measures will be time-limited as well as reasonable and proportionate to the threats.
The COVID situation right now in the Northland is much different than it was a month ago. In January, cases and transmission rates were extremely high in most counties, some even recording their highest single-day case total since the start of the pandemic. Itasca County health officials recently provided an update on their COVID situation. In the last week, their daily case numbers have stayed below 10 patients a day. That's compared to last month when they were above 100. Area health officials say this has started to ease the strain on their hospital workers, but it's not an excuse to let your guard down just yet.
This week we've seen some beds opening up out there at those next level facilities. I don't think we're out of the woods yet, but I do like to see that current trend and hope it continues.
Health officials added that these numbers do not reflect results of at-home COVID tests, and daily numbers could be much higher. Tonight at 6, we're hearing from St. Louis County health leaders about what this trend could mean here as we head into the warmer months.
Here's a live look at City Hall this evening, where tonight's council meeting will be a packed one. Topics will range from action steps on climate change to possibly offering a big tax break for a major Duluth employer. CBS 3's Quinn Gorham joins us now to break down those conversations. Quinn, what can we expect to see out of tonight's meeting, and what will we be looking out for?
Kristen Briggs, there's certainly a lot to look out for tonight. You'll remember last April, the council passed a climate emergency declaration to recognize the effects of climate change in the Duluth area. Now tonight, the city administration will present a list of recommendations to the council, hoping to give some ideas on how they can combat some of those climate issues. It's unlikely anything concrete will come out of those recommendations tonight, but the ideas could set the stage for future proposals. There could also be some big news for taxpayers. Duluth-based Cirrus Aircraft is looking to purchase a vacant building from the city that used to be home to AAR. AAR was an airline maintenance facility that was forced to shut down due to financial impacts from the pandemic. Tonight, Cirrus leaders will ask the city for $900,000 in tax abatements to help purchase that building. With that extra money, Sears would be able to buy the building and take that upkeep cost off the shoulders of the city. Council President Eric Forsman says the building near the Duluth airport costs the city roughly $1 million each year to upkeep. Now, tonight is also the last council meeting for Councillor Derek Medved. Medved announced last month he'd be stepping down to focus on his business. His departure means an open seat on the city council, one that councillors will be looking to fill as swiftly as possible.
All right, thank you, Quinn. And of course, we will have the latest on tonight's council meeting coming up tonight at 10. Applications for that seat closed just a half hour ago at 4:30. 27 people have thrown their hat in the ring. We have a full list on our website, cbs3duluth.com. Current city councilors will interview the candidates on February 24th. The top 3 will then move on to a second round of interviews before councilors appoint someone on February 28th.
St. Louis County law enforcement is reconstructing a crash scene, trying to learn more about a deadly crash involving an ambulance and a snowmobile. It happened Saturday afternoon on Ash River Trail, which is 30 miles north of Orr, just off Highway 53. An ambulance was headed east when it hit the snowmobile as it crossed the road. 61-year-old Jeffrey Blom of Thief River Falls died at the scene. The sheriff's office says the ambulance is owned and operated by the Kabtogama Fire and First Responders. They were on their way to another snowmobile crash at the time. The incident is still under investigation.
Dave joins us now for a first look at the weather. Dave, it's Valentine's Day, so love is in the air, but it sounds like an advisory might also be here.
Yeah, snow will be in the air again as you get into tomorrow. So last night a little light snow. Tomorrow a little bit of light snow, but it could get a little bit wild and woolly for parts of the North Shore. Let's take a look at the map, and we'll see that the National Weather Service is putting in place a winter weather advisory for the southern part of Cook County in Minnesota for Tuesday. We're all facing about a 30 to 40% chance for maybe 1 to 3 inches of snow, but that snow probably will get blown around pretty good in Cook County. Winds off the lake gusting around, knocking down visibilities. Now, last night's snow knocked down the roads a little bit, and northern parts of Minnesota still have some slippery spots to watch out for. This evening coming out of Superior on 2 to 53, that's a little bit slick in spots too, and then you get into the snow belt, still some residual slipperiness in that neck of the woods. Of course, we're going to aid the problems tomorrow with that chance for the snow. Tonight, the clouds build in after a sunny day today. And from those clouds on Tuesday, there's a 30 to 40% chance for that light snow. High temp up around 20. Once we get towards Thursday, though, our temperatures will go back below 0 again. More than this 2 below business, and I'll talk about how far it'll go in a bit.
Thanks, Dave. Still to come on Live at 5, Second Harvest North Central Food Bank is hosting several pop-up food pantries later this week. Details on those locations coming up in City by City.
You're watching CBS 3 Live at 5 with Kristen Vaki, Briggs LaSavage, and weather with meteorologist Dave Anderson on Live Local CBS 3.
As the helpful hardware folks in your neighborhood, Ace Hardware has everything you need to prepare for the changing seasons, from rakes for fall leaves to shovels and snowblowers for that first snowfall. Grilling season never ends here at Ace. We have a variety of high-quality grills and smokers, like Traeger and the Big Green Egg, which are perfect for your holiday ham or turkey. For household projects, you'll always find a wide selection of paint, tools, and everything else you need to get the job done. Locally owned Miners Ace Hardware, located in Superior, off the Bong Bridge, next to Super One Foods.
Calling all fishermen, hunters, and outdoor sports enthusiasts.
The Duluth Sports Show returns February 17th through 20th.
Grab the latest gear and browse through the many boats, docks, lifts, ATVs, RVs, fifth wheels, travel trailers, and more.
Save big with special show-only pricing.
Experience the many family-friendly entertainment options.
And take home cash and carry items to get ready for outdoor fun.
4 action-packed days.
February 17th through 20th at the Deck in Duluth.
$5 event parking.
Details at DuluthSportsShow.com.
At Bath Planet, our bathrooms are maintenance-free, made in the USA, and professionally installed by our certified installers to ensure your job will be done right the first time. For the month of February, we are offering no interest, no payments, and nothing down until 2023. We are also giving you 50% off all labor. Our products are backed by the Good Housekeeping seal of approval, so give us a call or go online to book your appointment today. Bath Planet. out-of-this-world service, down-to-earth price.
New Duluth Auto is the Duluth used car dealer. We have plenty of makes and models to choose from. Nissan, Honda, Toyota, and we even carry multiple options for our most popular vehicle, the Subaru Forester. Large cargo space, all-wheel drive, what's not to love? All of our vehicles are priced under $20,000. To make these deals even sweeter, there is a 1 to 5 year warranty included on all vehicles. Give us a call, stop by, or view our inventory online at newduluthauto.net. Because here at New Duluth Auto, we are your Duluth used car dealer.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Welcome back to the CBS 3 News Live at 5. Here's a live look at Iron River, Michigan tonight, where a big celebration is happening. The UP town is celebrating its very own Olympic gold medal winner. He just snuck behind that truck, so we're hoping we're going to get to see him again. Nick Baumgartner is who I'm talking about, and his partner Lindsay Jacobellis won the mixed snowboard cross event held Saturday in Beijing. Tonight, the community is holding a special parade and welcome home ceremony for Baumgartner, who's now just the third Youper to ever bring home the gold. We'll hear from him tonight on the CBS 3 News at 10. He just keeps sneaking to the wrong side of that truck, but we will hear from him tonight at 10. And coming up, Dave will be in with this week's full forecast. But first, let's take a look around the region.
A chance for artists to submit their work to the Wisconsin DNR, and the COVID testing site in Washburn County is on the move. All of that and more as we take you around the Northland, city by city. We start things off in International Falls tonight, where the community will be one of several locations to see a pop-up pantry later this week. The Second Harvest North Central Food Bank will be hosting pop-up pantries in International Falls, Little Fork, Big Falls, and a few other locations on Thursday. For International Falls, the pantry will be drive-through only, and pickup begins at 10 a.m. The pantry will last until the food runs out, and it will be 1 box per family. We'll have more details on the other locations on our website. And next we head over to Wisconsin, where the DNR is looking for artists. The Wisconsin DNR is hosting its 26th annual wild turkey, pheasant, and waterfowl stamp contests. The contests are open to all artists 18 years and older, but you do have to live in Wisconsin. Sales from these stamps raise hundreds of thousands of dollars each year for species management and other projects. The deadline to submit your entries is July 15th. And we wrap up in Washburn County, Wisconsin tonight, where the health department's COVID testing site is on the move. Starting today, the free PCR testing site will now be at the County Services Building in Shell Lake. Testing is available Mondays and Wednesdays from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. There's no drive-through testing or rapid testing at this time. Appointments are not necessary, but they do help. We'll have more information on the relocation and all of today's stories on our website. If there's something going on in your neighborhood that you think we should know about, send us an email, and it might be featured as we go around the Northland, city by city.
Still to come on Live at 5, UMD students were cooking up a sweet treat for Valentine's Day. See how science and chocolate come together in just a few minutes.
Record low for this date is 26 degrees below zero, set at Duluth International Airport just last year. Well, this morning we got to 20 below, pretty close to that record. Come tomorrow morning, we are going to warm up a bit. Warm enough for a chance of snow. Light snow for most of us, but could be a little bit wilder up the North Shore. We'll talk about how long this next round of precipitation will last, coming up right after our break.
Stay connected to live local CBS 3. Check out our exclusive content on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, as well as our mobile app, and join the conversation on today's big stories.
Do you suffer from lower back pain while standing or walking? Northland Anesthesia Associates is here to provide you with surgical-free pain relief. With a fellowship-trained and board-certified staff, they offer each patient a customized, effective treatment plan. Call today for the relief you deserve.
Stop in and save with everything you need for your home right now at Menards. Update your appliances and save. Spruce up your home with appliances from top brands including Whirlpool, Amana, KitchenAid, Maytag, and Criterion. Check out the largest in-stock selection to take home today at the lowest prices. Upgrade to new energy-efficient appliances and save big money on all of them during Menards' Race to Savings Sale.
Save big money at Menards. Hi, Russell Nicolay, Nicolay Law Office. If you've been seriously injured, we can help. For the last 14 years, my office has been helping folks like you and holding insurance companies accountable. My award-winning legal team can help you and your family. Remember, if you've been injured, get Nicolay. We win or you don't pay.
When it comes to sports, there's one guy who's dunking on the competition. For all your local sports, Duncan Goldberg, evenings on live, local CBS 3.
Just follow me. I'll lead the way.
There's always something new under the sun.
Oh, you just put me in a good mood.
CBS Mornings, weekdays on CBS.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Get your news on the go, the CBS 3 mobile app. Now, the CBS 3 Duluth WeatherMax forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
Well, a good part of the weekend was sunny and cold. Now, tonight we're going to be mostly cloudy and cool. Those clouds will help warm us up just a little bit. We'll still go below zero, but only to the tune of about 10 below inland rather than 20, 30 below. Well, those clouds coming in tonight set us up for a 30 to 40% chance for snow on Tuesday. Most of us will get just light stuff, but parts of Cook County might have enough wind to make it a little bit wild there, as we've been saying. And later on in the week, we do go back below zero for a couple of days. We'll show you which days those are with our 7-day forecast after this look at our current conditions from Duluth International. Still sunshine at this time of night. That's a nice thing, at 12 above. Wind, northwesterly 7 miles per hour. Relative humidity, 51%. Wind chill factor, well, that wind is knocking the feels like number down to 2 above, but I think we'll survive that one. Current air temps, a little bit brisk, perhaps, in International Falls at 5 above. Hibbing, Chisholm's there as well, but we do have 12 in Cloquet, 14 Moose Lake, 12 in Two Harbors, also 12 for Ashland, 14 degrees in Superior and towards the Upper Peninsula. Current temps running about 11 to 12. Overnight tonight, Iron Range towns could go towards 10 below. The rest of us about 5 below to 0, so cool, but not as bitterly cold as it was just a couple mornings ago. National Doppler shows the reason why we have the sunshine and the cooler conditions. Yeah, another cell of Arctic high pressure right here, plopping down in the middle of the area, keeping 2 lows away from our region for the short term, and only the short term, because that one from the west will be with us by tomorrow. And its clouds are already trying to infiltrate the area, and they're being successful in the western parts of Minnesota. And just give it a few more hours, the rest of us will cloud up as well. And then about mid-morning to about lunch tomorrow, then we start to get the light snow coming across. And like I mentioned, it should be light snow for most of us. I think most of us are really only going to go about a trace to an inch. Northern Michigan, Wisconsin, central Minnesota, yeah, trace to an inch, maybe 1.5 inches of the Duluth side of the Twin Ports. But we go towards 4 towards International Falls, and also 4 around Grand Marais, 2 to 4 for Cook County. Add in the winds, that's why we're facing the winter weather advisory for that zone. Roads could get slippery and visibilities could be reduced, at least for Tuesday. But come Wednesday, things will calm down. There's our low coming through for Tuesday. Another cell of higher pressure comes in for our Wednesday. It'll make it at least partially sunny, knock our temperatures down just a little bit, but not drastically. Then another chance for snow comes in on Friday, and then we could get a little bit brisk too. So let's take a look at which days are going to be brisk and which are going to be tolerable here by firing up our 7-day forecast. Tonight in Minnesota, about 10 below inland to 3 above by the lake. For Wisconsin and Michigan, 5 below to 0, maybe even 1 above towards Ashland. We all get a mostly cloudy sky as that low gets closer. And then for tomorrow, 30% chance for that, maybe 1 inch or so of snow for Wisconsin, Michigan with highs 21 to 24. Minnesota highs will run about 17 up north to 23 down south. 40% chance for the 1 to 3 inches of snow. And the heavier totals are more likely north of Duluth. Extended forecast shows, well, once we get into Thursday, it chills down again, 10 below. For the morning then, 12 below on Friday. Friday gets a chance of snow in the afternoon to warm it back up to 21, but then we drop to 5 below for Saturday, but with sunshine, and that follows temperatures going back towards the 20s for next Sunday and Monday, so we've got a little up, we've got a little down, and just a tiny bit of in between.
All right. Yeah, typical Northland February.
Very good point, Grace.
Thank you, Dave.
Team Schuster continues their quest for Olympic gold tonight with their next match against Switzerland. Superior resident and Chisholm native, you know I have to throw that in there, John Schuster, Duluth's Chris Plies and John Landsteiner, and Wisconsin's Matt Hamilton take the curling sheet at 7:05 tonight. They're 3-3 and still in the round-robin phase. Team Schuster lost to Canada but beat China over the weekend. The team is using their platform to raise money for brain cancer. Through the organization Stash Strong, they've already collected more than $6,400. Their original goal was $5,000, so now they've upped it to $10,000.
UMD students were cooking up a Valentine's treat today. Students are learning about chemical engineering concepts through chocolate making. The Chocolate Lab is dedicated to making delicious treats from scratch and then selling them. The money raised goes toward a fund to help students study abroad. One student says it's a fun way to put the skills they've learned into action.
When we grind the beans down, we're using our particle tech classes. When we're separating out the shells from the nibs, then we're using our fluid flow processes, heating, cooling, heat and mass. It's all across the board, and we get to learn from it. And on top of that, we get to provide people with some pretty amazing chocolate.
I think that could get me interested in science.
I was going to say the same thing.
Students also demonstrated some of those steps that it takes to create the holiday treats. And it was kind of funny. All day we were calling this story Chocolate Lab. So a lot of people, when they were coming in, were like, oh, we're doing a story about, you know, a chocolate lab dog.
A dog.
You can't go wrong either way. A lab for chocolates or a dog.
Yeah. Oh, man. Who knew you could have fun in science with chocolate? Well, speaking of chocolate labs, although that's not our dog today, but it is that time of the show where we get to talk about adoptable pets. And today's pet comes to us from Northwoods Humane Society in Hayward.
Yeah, this is Jody. She is almost 1 year old, and they believe she is a Beagle mix. Her coloring says Beagle, but as you can see, the rest of her looks pretty much like a hound dog. Our friends at the shelter say that she is very loving around other people and dogs, really any animal except for maybe squirrels. I don't think she's alone there. She's energetic and ready for a fun-filled home. So if you'd like to set up an appointment to adopt Jody, you can call the number on your screen.
Still to come, it has been 4 years since the devastating school shooting in Parkland, Florida took the lives of 17 people. How the families are still calling for change after the break.
During the President's Day sale at Home Furniture, everything is on sale. Plus, 6-year special financing with no money down and no minimum purchase. This table and stools is now just $9.99 and get free shipping. The President's Day sale at Home Furniture.
Winter, where cold meets play. Adventure authentically with Frost River.
Yeah. Sure have himself a ball. Let's go. 1, 2, 1, 2. I'm coming through. It's Big Snoop Dogg with the red, white, and blue. Yes, indeed. You know we don't fake. Globetrotters coming with the Harlem Shake. We get to it and do it. Get things right. Shooting them hoops and making baskets all.
Don't miss the Globetrotters in Duluth on March 19th. Go to HarlemGlobetrotters.com.
For me, it's about letting them see one another. Just because they disagree with you on one issue doesn't take that humanity away.
No teacher has ever won an award that their students didn't earn.
I love giving back with my job because I was a product special ed, and I feel so great to give back to the students because of my story.
Hi, folks. Medicare Part C plans with extra benefits like getting money added back to your Social Security check may now be available to you in your zip code. Make sure you're not missing out. It's simple. 1, call the number on your screen. 2, they'll look up your zip code and see if you're eligible. 3, they'll check for plans with extra benefits like prescriptions, dental coverage, and the benefit that adds money back to your Social Security check every single month. Call now.
I called to get everything I deserve.
I called to check my zip code for a plan with a benefit that adds money back to my Social Security check.
I called to check my zip code.
Millions of people have called the Medicare coverage helpline. Call, check your zip code, see if you're eligible, and get what you deserve. Call now.
Call 1-800-476-5600. That's 1-800-476-5600 now. Local high school hockey lives right here on Thursday Night Face-Off. Whether you're looking for scores, game-winning plays, or more, tune to CBS 3. Thursday Night Face-Off with Duncan Goldberg and Kevin Moore, brought to you by Essentia Health.
Stickley, fine upholstery and leather, premium solid wood furniture, handcrafted by experienced artisans since 1900. For a limited time, enjoy 40% savings on all Stickley during the Stickley President's Day event, only at Home Furniture.
Get your news on the go, the CBS 3 mobile app.
Today marks 4 years since the tragic Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School shooting that killed 17 people, most of them students.
Parents of the victims and student activists are marking the date by rallying near the White House to demand action on gun legislation. Natalie Brand reports from Washington.
Atop a crane 150 feet high near the White House, Manuel Oliver, who lost his son in the mass school shooting in Parkland, Florida, delivered a message to the president.
I asked for a minute.
The father of victim Joaquin Oliver hung a banner demanding gun legislation 4 years to the day that 17 students and staff were killed at Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School. Later, Oliver climbed down from the crane and was temporarily taken into custody by local police. Patricia Oliver, who traveled with her husband to Washington, says her family wants to see action.
I would like to see changes that improve our safety.
Recently, there's been an uptick in gun violence at schools in the U.S. According to Education Week, there were at least 10 incidents this year, killing or injuring 19 people. In 2021, 34 school shootings were reported, with more than a dozen people killed. President Biden released a statement saying he mourns with the Parkland families and has called on Congress to pass gun safety legislation and additional funding for programs aimed at reducing violent crime. Recent bills aimed at strengthening the nation's background checks and gun laws have stalled in the U.S. Senate.
Every day remind us the pain. And that's why we decided to be where we are today.
Joaquin Oliver's family says they won't stop working until there's change. Natalie Brandt, CBS News, Washington.
Former student Nicholas Cruz pled guilty to the Parkland shooting. He faces life in prison or the death penalty. His sentencing trial begins in April.
We've got a lot of news to cover tonight, including a flashing red warning tonight from Russia as troops move into attack positions along the Ukrainian border. How an invasion could affect the global economy and your wallet. That and all the day's headlines. The CBS Evening News is just minutes away.
CBS 3 closed captioning is brought to you by Essentia Health St. Mary's Heart and Vascular Center. Visit essentiahealth.org/myheart to take our free online heart health risk assessment.
Tired of the cold? Then shop for your next vehicle during Kerry Toyota's annual indoor used car sale. We're filling the showroom with used vehicles and slashing prices. Every eligible used vehicle at Kerry Toyota comes with a Carfax quality inspection report and manufacturer powertrain warranty. Plus, with your used car purchase, receive a Kerry Toyota gift pack valued over $300. Hurry to experience the quality difference during Kerry Toyota's annual indoor used car sale. Voted best car dealer 22 times.
Looking for fun, family-friendly entertainment?
The Duluth Sports Show returns February 17th through 20th.
Experience the wild world of animals where you can meet over 15 exotic creatures, including an 18-foot python.
Hear about life on the road in a travel trailer or learn from hunting expert Tim Andrus.
Kids of all ages can fish the trout pond, attend fishing clinics and educational seminars, or have fun in the Pheasant Forever Youth Village.
4 action-packed days, February 17th through the 20th at the Deck in Duluth.
$5 event parking. Details at DuluthSportsShow.com.
Injured? Call Stockman Law Office. Automobile collision injuries involving taxis, Ubers, lifts, buses, semis, and motorcycles. Call anytime, 218-576-8599. No recovery, no fee. Stockman Law Office. Serious injuries, serious law.
It's your job. It's your truck. Now it's your time to put it to work with the V-Plow you've been waiting for.
Introducing the all-new Western Enforcer V-Plow. Engineered with all the features, efficiency, and performance of full-size Western V-Plows brought down into a lightweight design for today's businesses and homeowners. Built specifically for your half-ton truck. Get more jobs done faster with the Enforcer V-Plow.
Get your snowplow from the experts at JM Auto Service. We are your Western Snowplow headquarters.
Stay connected to live local CBS 3. Check out our exclusive content on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, as well as our mobile app, and join the conversation on today's big stories.
Welcome back to the CBS 3 News Live at 5. Here's a live look from Canal Park on this Monday evening and Valentine's Day, of course. Let's take a look back at today's top story and see what's coming up at 6.
Tonight at 5, we looked into what's to come tonight during the City Council meeting in Duluth. Items on the agenda include action steps to the city's climate emergency declaration and a discussion with Cirrus Aircraft on buying a vacant building from the city. We'll be following tonight's meeting and have more tonight at 10.
But first at 6, today was the 7th annual Missing and Murdered Indigenous People Memorial here in the Northland. Tonight we hear from tribal members on what progress has been made, but what work still needs to be done.
That's your news at 5. The CBS Evening News is next.
We'll see you back here at 6.